Wild speculation and passionate debates. Few things ignite wrestling fans like juicy backstage rumors. Pro wrestling gossip is almost as addictive as the matches themselves. Today, let's dig into the latest swirling stories in the wrestling world. And trust me, there's more here than meets the eye. Before we dive in, let's set the record straight. These are rumors, not hard facts. Think of it as wrestling's version of urban legends. Until officially confirmed, treat everything with a healthy dose of skepticism. Remember, our weekly Rumor Look Back tracks which rumored stories actually come true. Most people forget to check the scorecard. So, as you read on, keep your detective hat handy. Here's today's roundup. Wrestling events surrounding WrestleMania may be heading for uncharted territory. And the potential for controversy is huge. Two well-known independent promoters, interviewed by Post Wrestling, weighed in on the whispers about WrestleMania, scheduled for 2027, possibly moving to Saudi Arabia. Michael Bochicchio of Wrestlecon didn't sugarcoat his feelings, suggesting it's highly unlikely the event would be hosted outside the United States. But here's where it gets controversial. Brett Lauderdale from GCW shared that he's already been approached by Middle Eastern partners, hinting some promoters may still be game. Meanwhile, GCW star Effie publicly declared he would steer clear of the proposed The Collective Riyadh. Would bringing WrestleMania week to Saudi Arabia open wrestling to new audiences? Or is it a step too far? According to insider sources at Fightful Select, AEW is considering an injection of fresh talent into the Hurt Syndicate, a move that could completely shake up the group dynamic. But don't expect Cedric Alexander's name in the hat for new recruits. There's no buzz about him joining. So who might be in the running? Is AEW betting on youth to revamp its storylines? In a recent podcast chat, TKO president Mark Shapiro revealed WWE's media partnerships, specifically those with USA Network and Peacock parent Comcast NBCUniversal, are solid for the foreseeable future. He insisted quite confidently that these collaborations will continue as long as they want to be with us. What does this mean for wrestling fans craving consistency? During ESPN's media call, executive Matt Kenny wasn't coy about the network's interest in WWE expanding its premium live event, PLE, lineup. He described upcoming negotiations as progressive scheduling, suggesting ESPN and WWE are planning some big moves together. But here's the part most people miss. What could this expansion look like, and how might it change your wrestling watching habits? Some viewers worry about media bias, especially when big broadcasters partner with wrestling promotions. When asked if ESPN reporters would maintain total independence in covering WWE and its competitors, execs Matt Kenny and JT Lasker were adamant, emphatic and unequivocal in their commitment to journalistic integrity. There's a clear separation of church and state, they promise. But skepticism lingers. Can major networks ever truly be impartial when millions of dollars are at stake? Last, but definitely not least, Mercedes Moné sparked more chatter on Instagram Live. She reported that Scott D'Amore, once president of TNA and now the head of Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling MLP, was backstage at AEW's September to Remember show in London, Ontario. Could this hint at future crossover or collaboration between MLP and AEW? Is the Canadian wrestling scene about to get a major boost? Now it's your turn to weigh in. Which of today's stories do you think is most likely or least likely to shake up the industry? Does the idea of a Saudi WrestleMania week excite you or make you uneasy? And what do you think about ESPN's claims of unbiased reporting? Drop your hottest takes and boldest predictions in the comments. This is one argument where every side deserves to rumble.